my hair grew so much, like so much. Probably went to here to like here. I'm so sick of seeing these videos that are like, oh, if you do this one thing for a month, your hair's gonna grow so long. Like, you have to implement lots of different things, and I'm gonna go through those today. How you all doing? How you doing, girl? So today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 tips that I have for helping with hair growth. Now, when it comes to hair growth, I like to think I'm quite good at it. Over the years, I have been so many hair colours. I've really damaged my hair. I've done lots of different extension methods, and I've had to grow my hair on numerous occasions. I've had it all snap off to like here. I've had layers up to here. I've had breakage up to here. So I have really had to experiment and had to try different things to have my hair grow. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. This video is going to be 10 realistic tips. 10 tips that are going to help, that perhaps you may not want to hear, that perhaps you've heard before, but they are going to work and they're realistic. This isn't the video that I'm going to sit and go, well, if you drink this amazing juice 5 times a day for 17 weeks, your hair will be, you know, down to the floor. The first thing I want to say before even starting this video is everyone's hair growth is different. Everyone's hair type is different. I have thin hair. I have friends that have got thick hair. I've got friends that hairs grow really fast each month. I've got myself, which bloody my hair doesn't. So the first tip that I'm going to say is drinking. Now again, some of these are pretty obvious tips, you've probably heard them all the time, but drinking more water. Drinking water has lots and lots of benefits, but obviously the hair grows from the scalp. You need to keep the inside healthy to get that on the outside. That's just the way it is. Drinking water is not only good for your skin, for your metabolism, for your health, for your energy levels, but it's also good for hair growth. I definitely notice a difference when I drink more water. I was definitely always that stubborn person that would be like, oh, I've had 3 glasses today and I don't feel any different. I normally don't have any water. But you actually have to really go for it. So like, for example, for me, I will drink 2 of these a day. And I don't do it every day, don't get me wrong, like we're all human. Some days are busy, some days you just can't be bothered, some days you forget, and that's fine. But I really do try and stick with it as much as possible. And trust me, you will find if you stick to it for like a week, it would change your life. Like you'll feel so much better, you'll feel so much more energized, you will feel less sluggish, you will sleep better. Like it definitely does make a difference. And that's why this isn't the first time that you're hearing about it, because everybody recommends it. So the next thing is about brushing your hair. Now, brush your hair and care for your hair. Be kind to your hair. If you want it to grow, you have to treat it kindly. You have to be nice. So there's lots of different brushes out there, and again, it's going to depend on your hair type. My favourite is the good old Tangle Teaser, just because it's so gentle. You can really brush the hair and it just doesn't rip, it doesn't pull. It's so gentle. I also like look down on my lap and see how much breakage there is. That always gives me an indication. And when I use a Tangle Teaser, I get no breakage. It's so gentle. Also, on the topic of brushing your hair, like brush your hair a decent amount of times. Don't go 3 days without brushing your hair, because when you brush the hair, not only are you like massaging and penetrating the scalp, which is gonna help promote hair growth, but you're also pulling all of those oils through the hair as well, which again is just a natural, fantastic way of actually protecting the hair and nourishing the hair. So whilst we're on that topic, I want to talk about not washing your hair too often. Try not to wash your hair every day. So for me, I kind of tend to go every 3 to 4 days, and I really try and stretch it. I've heard that if you don't wash your hair for a certain amount of time every week, you can train your hair to last longer as well. So the more you're washing it, the quicker those oils are coming out, which is why your hair's getting greasier quicker. Just use dry shampoo or something for a couple of days, your hair will last longer. And again, the reason for that is you want to give your scalp time to generate those oils, to get those oils through your hair. The natural oils are so good for your hair. Your hair being greasy is good for your hair, okay? It may not feel like it to you, but to your hair is good. So you don't want to be like washing your hair every day and using like shampoos and like harsh products on your hair. Give it a rest, give it a break, and go a few days without washing it. So the next tip is diet. And again, this is probably something you've heard all the time. Now, I'm not saying if you have a really healthy diet, you know, that's going to solve all your problems. I'm not saying that you need to either have a really healthy diet. I would just recommend eating more fruit and veg, you know, eating more healthy food items, because again, inside out, guys, that's how it works. Like your root is on, like, the hair's on the inside, okay? I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but it comes out, okay, from the inside. So you need to just treat everything nicely. Just treat it nicely and it will come out nicely, okay? Again, I definitely notice the difference when I'm eating healthy, drinking more water, exercising. I notice the difference. My hair grows faster and I don't know why. I don't know the science behind it. I'm not a hairdresser. I'm also not a scientist, but it just does. So the next thing is supplements that you can take, and I've tried quite a couple. Now, for me, I am currently taking these by Yumi. These are the hair, skin and nails. So they've got vitamin C and E and biotin, and you can get lots of different hair gummy tablets. Now, do they work? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I took the heart-shaped one. I think they're from Hairburst, I want to say. I took those for about 4 months. My hair definitely felt good. It definitely felt longer. It definitely grew. But did it grow any more than it would have if I hadn't took the supplements? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't experimented with it enough. You could perhaps watch some YouTube videos, but just again, make sure people aren't sponsored, because unfortunately there are people that are paid to do certain videos and it's not always the truth. So just, you know, for me, I kind of ordered a couple of these and just thought I'll take them anyway because they're vitamins. I didn't really have the expectation of, oh, I'm going to take them and my hair's going to grow huge amounts. I kind of just had the approach, I wanted to take more vitamins, and these are just a funner, nicer way of taking vitamins. These do taste really good. They're little bears as well, and these are the cheapest ones that I've actually found, and they all have the same ingredients. So I'll leave a link below as to where you can buy these if you want to. I take 2 of these a day and I've been taking them for about 3 weeks now. I've also heard that you can't expect results with these until after a month or so, because apparently people were taking them for a month and then saying nothing had happened. It takes a couple of months for them to kick in. I'm more than happy to keep an eye on it and do a review for you maybe in a month's time. I just didn't feel like 3 weeks is a good time to do a review yet. It's not going to give accurate results. You can also just take a biotin. So I actually get these ones from Holland & Barrett. So biotin is good for hair, skin and nails. So a bit of a cheaper option. You can also just buy biotin as well, and that works. Biotin works amazing. It does, like, it's really good. Heat. Okay, so heat. Now again, a really, really obvious one. So I want to talk to you about a little story, a little experience that I actually did go through. So about, I want to say 2 years ago, I went from being platinum blonde to red. My hair was fucked. There's no nicer way of putting it. It all broke off. It was up to like here. I had layers up to here. It was all broken. It felt like, ugh, just horrible. I decided enough was enough. Like, I couldn't deal with it anymore. I got nano ring extensions and basically just didn't use heat on my hair for over 1.5 years. And I'm not kidding, I didn't blow dry it, I didn't straighten it. Every single day I was putting it half up, half down and just wearing it like that. So I was only ever putting heat on the extensions. My hair grew so much, like so much. Probably went to here to like here, and it was so healthy and it just grew so quick. Now again, that's probably not the speed of growth. That's probably more the fact that because I wasn't using heat, my hair was healthier and it wasn't breaking off as opposed to actually growing from the root. But I think that's such an important factor, because what is the point of, you know, doing all the steps for your hair to start growing and then you're just breaking it off with heat? If you are going to use heat, which realistically we all do, guys, try and turn your straighteners down. Invest in a good pair of straighteners and a blow dryer. I've got the Dyson blow dryer, and I honestly spent ages looking at it online and couldn't get over the price and was just like, this has got to be a fad. Like, I cannot pay that for a hairdryer. I decided to get it after my hairdresser recommended it. And it's amazing. Like, it's such a good hairdryer, and it's definitely changed the hair drying game for me. So just do your research, you know, make sure you're getting decent products that are suitable to your hair. Again, I'm not saying you need to spend £300 on a hairdryer. I'm just saying do your research. Don't buy a hairdryer with one heat setting that's 300, because your hair will break off. Also, try and use heat protectants. I know it's hard because I'm very anti heat protectant. I'm not convinced it does much, but if you don't want to use the heat protectant, you can use a serum, a cream, an oil. I tend to use like the Olaplex oil because that's got heat protectant in as well. And I also do have one that I got from Joya Co. So again, just do your research, look at what ingredients are in heat protectants. So the next tip is masks and treatments. Doing a mask or hair treatment even once a week. I do Olaplex twice a week, as well as a deep conditioning treatment. I go ham because I do have really thin hair and it's bleached. So like my hair is like on the breakage radar. But yeah, just getting a nice deep conditioning treatment, again, it just keeps it in good condition, it prevents that breakage, stops the hair from drying out, and again, that will help you to achieve longer hair. So the next one is investing in your hair care. Do your research. So for me, I really spend time looking into the products that I use. I look at recommendations, I speak to my hairdresser, but I also found out about my hair type, what my hair needs, what's not good for my hair, what I can do to stop further damage to my hair. So like, for example, for me, I know I've got thin, dry, damaged hair. So I kind of have to be really bloody careful. I can't use too much heat. My shampoo and conditioner is for damaged, dry hair. If you've got coloured hair, frizzy hair, thick hair, you know, your routine is going to be a little bit different. So that's what I mean by just invest. Invest with your time. Really do your research. Look at ingredients that are bad for hair. Look on the back of bottles. See if those are in there. Things like silicones, sulfates, ammonia, alcohol, all these things are like bad for hair. So just really take your time to research. If you really want to achieve long, healthy hair, you sometimes just need to take time to really look into it. The next thing's pretty obvious, but it's colour. So if you do your hair at home, that's absolutely fine. If you go to a salon, that's absolutely fine. But again, do your research. Make sure you're using good quality products with, you know, half decent ingredients in. Don't be dyeing your hair every 2 weeks. This is something I've had to learn. Don't be toning your hair every week. You know, just try and give your hair a break now and again. So for me, I now tend to get highlights and I go to the salon probably like once every 2 or 3 months. And I use purple shampoos and things like that at home, but I don't bleach or dye my hair. I've just bleached it myself because we're in lockdown, but normally, okay guys, normally I wouldn't do it. So yeah, you can't be getting a box dye on your hair every week and expecting it to grow. Again, this was the problem I had with red hair. I was constantly having to dye the red and my hair was just so damaged that it didn't grow initially. It wasn't until I just left it alone and went, you know what, whatever, that it worked. I went from being red and then had a balayage. That was really good because I wasn't having to get my roots done all the time. So it could just be that maybe like it's, you know, you want to change your colour up or do something different that's going to be a little bit more simpler and a little bit nicer on your hair. The last thing is pillows. Now again, this is like a really strange, but it does work. So investing in maybe like silk bedding or soft bedding. I actually have like, I don't even know what it is. It's like a cross between silk and cotton because I don't like really silky bedding. I feel like I slide out of it. It just makes me really anxious. So you can actually just buy silk pillows or silk pillowcases, but if you want to go all out and do the whole bedding, I mean, why not? Everybody loves a new bedding. But it basically just helps. So when you're like rubbing your head on your pillow at night, it just helps to not grab that hair and pull it off. It's just a lot more gentle on your hair as you sleep. I tend to, again, sleep in hair masks anyway, once a week, but when I actually go to bed, I will put my hair in a low bun or a low ponytail just to protect it. I try not to sleep with my hair down because then again, in the morning when I wake up, it's knotty. I've got to get those knots out. It's just, again, about protecting the hair. The best thing you can do is just look after your hair from the inside and out, be gentle with your hair, take your time with your hair, don't rush. And I promise you guys, you will get the results that you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up for healthy hair tips. Let me know below if you have got any healthy hair tips and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.